Hi, Kristian Livolsi, and welcome to my daily show. What do I want to share with you today? Today, I want to share with you my biggest regret in business. And wow, the saddest part about this is that I have done this on multiple occasions. It's something that I've battled with. It's something that I have incredible difficulty with. And there is no real reason or excuse other than the fact that I'm terrible at it. And so you're probably thinking, Kristian, what on earth are you going on about? The truth is, I wish, and the biggest regret that I have, is that I wish I'd fired people faster. So often, I've known intuitively that I've had the wrong people on the bus, not even in the wrong seat, just they shouldn't have even been on my bus. And that really slowed my growth. In some cases, it cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's not dollars that I could ever get back for these people either stealing from me or knowingly knowing that they were doing the wrong thing to my customers. And let me tell you something, this doesn't just apply to employees within our organizations. This also applies to certain relationships with business partners that I've had. You know, when you just know after 6-7 months that you've been working with these people, these aren't the right people, and you persist. In my case, I persisted because I wanted it to work. I wanted the relationship in business to work, but with my employees, I saw the good in them. But unfortunately, business isn't about seeing the good in people. It's about seeing the people that can do the work. And so for me, that is one of my biggest all-time regrets. In my early pre-30s, I had 5 people that I should have fired fast, super quickly. Like the moment my gut said, they're the wrong person, get rid of them. Now, some people would say to you in Australia, well, you can't just fire people. And of course you can't. Here in Australia, and this is mainly for my American and ASEAN followers, the biggest challenge that we have in Australia is that we have the industrial relation laws. And they're there to protect employees against bad employers. But there isn't anything to protect the great employers from the bad employees. And that's another conversation in itself. But essence here is that, there is a practice that you can do, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I should have taken all the necessary steps to make those changes. What's important and what I've learned is that you should hire really, really, really slowly and fire absolutely instantly. Like, do not hesitate. Regardless, because in some cases, even if I'd had to go into industrial relations on 2 of the matters, I would have saved hundreds of thousands of dollars in losses. That's not business failure in the context of lack of growth. It was just a really bad decision that I'd made in business. And so, I then spent in my 30s, probably it's happened to me twice. And then only a couple of years ago, it was the last time. Since then, I've put in measures in place to make sure that I'm not necessarily the first person that's aware of this. I have managers in place. My issue is that I've then got to manage the managers. And so, and in the context of all the partners. But, I've become pretty tough about it. I'm very vocal when something isn't right. And in all our shareholders' agreements, there's sub-clauses in there for that. And the reason is that in business, you're going hard. You're going hard so much of the time that, you sometimes overlook these things. And so again, my biggest regret is not firing people fast enough, and more importantly, giving people too much rope when they're just not performing. And so if you're out there and you're listening, just remember, hire really slowly and fire really quickly. And when you're in doubt, just remember that there is a process, and go and see some people and have a chat to them. And generally speaking, you will get the answer that your intuition is right and you need to move people on. As always, do me a favor and live with purpose.